Hello, I'm happy you're here. Welcome back to my life. I am currently getting ready for a half marathon. It is in, actually, let me check my countdown. 24 days. In 24 days, I will be running a half marathon. This will be my third half marathon, but my second half marathon in my 30s. So I'm taking you along for the journey leading up to the actual race. It's been a little rocky. My kids are currently staying at my mom's, so I have been able to have a very slow start to the morning. I've been able to read for a couple of hours and just slowly and quietly drink my coffee, which has been really great for my soul. It's been really nice, but now we have to get out and do this run before my cloud cover completely disappears. It's meant to be a little bit more rainy, overcast this morning, so I don't want to miss it. I am running 5 miles this morning, so let's get to it. I've been putting it off long enough. So we're gonna grab the things we need real quick. We need my headphones. I need my running belt. And probably most importantly, I need to change out of these slippers. Probably won't go too fast trying to run 5 miles in slippers. So we got the shoes. I should probably also do some stretching, because it's been almost a week since my last run. Not great when your race is so close. I know, but I'm working on consistency. I'm just not consistently working on consistency, you know? I feel like I run off of hope and delusion. The sun is out. I have no sunscreen, I have no water. I'm shortening this run. It's not gonna be 5 miles. For my safety, honestly. Listen, I've decided to walk now. We'll talk to you more when I get inside, but it's hot. I got a decent little shade cover at the very end there, but holy hell. My specific mix of like hopefulness, delusion, and stubbornness makes me stupid. Like if I had worn sunscreen, brought my hydration pack, and I don't know, left earlier like I'd planned to, I would have done all 5 miles running. I'm sure of it. But man, those clouds peeled back and sheesh, that was awful. Let's see what the weather's like out there. 82 feels like 87. I have been avoiding going on runs over 80-degree weather. So this is the first run of this whole session, of this whole training period that I have run in this hot of a heat. Last year, I did it literally all of the time with no water. I am surprised I didn't end the entire experience as a raisin. And let me just say, if you're on a run and you are so hot that you look at somebody's swimming pool and you imagine yourself unhinging your jaw like a snake and devouring the entire thing, you should have brought water with you, or it is too hot to be out. Take your pick. That's what it was today. I still have a mile I would like to do today, so I should do it now. We should just do it now. Don't think too hard about it, just go do it now. Just go down to the basement. I was just gonna walk 1 more mile on an incline. I really want to work on like driving my hips up and my knees forward. So like inclines help with that when you're going at like a little bit of a slower pace, I've realized. Because when I slowed down to a walk, I could feel all of like the walking muscles engage, and I was like, oh, we weren't using those. This also hurts in a different way. But at least I'm not expending as much energy as I just was in this scorching heat. All right, you guys would be honest with me, right? Like, how sweaty is my back? Is it bad? It gets worse when I have the hydration pack on me, like holding all the sweat in. But we're in the basement. This is our basement gym. I don't think I've actually like shown the extent. We don't use it often enough. We are stupid. We're hopeful, delusional, and forgetful. Treadmill, Dave got me for my birthday. The machine, Dave insisted we get. Free weights, and my yoga mat has moved down here. This space needs a lot of work to actually feel like a more inviting place to work out. It's just not very high on our list of priorities at the moment, so it is what it is. But since we do have this, I did cancel my gym membership So there's no point in buying this and also paying for a different gym I also don't use. I'm just gonna put on my downstairs shoes. Sneakers I keep down here. I just don't want to use my outdoor shoes on the treadmill. Even though I did stick this doormat in front of the treadmill so that way I could get on and scrape my shoes off, just because this is still a basement and I just don't want basement yucks on the treadmill as much as possible. But obviously, as you can see, it's gonna get dirty at some point. 1 mile, that's all we're doing. Apparently my treadmill wanted to stop at 0.54 miles. Did not touch anything, it just stopped. Fine, I guess we're done. I'm not gonna try to mess around with it. It's hard enough for me to get it to connect to my watch. But I did hear that the laundry is ready to be swapped. We will go over the run stats later, but first I'm gonna start everything up for lunch. I just did the whole treadmill workout with my sunglasses on. Thanks for telling me. Yeah, I'm gonna make a little lunch. I think diced potato, eggs, mushrooms. I've got an orange pepper in here. The last of the spinach if it's not too juicy yet. I wonder if I can just sneak a real quick body shower while the oven preheats, because my oven is kind of broken and slow at preheating, so I think I can get away with a quick body shower. I think I'm gonna leave my hair for now and then deal with it later. All right, so I've got a towel on. My bathrobe was down here in my downstairs bathroom, so we're just gonna do this first food prep in a towel. Still not preheated, so just like I said, it was not. I had plenty of time. Well articulated, thank you. All right, so we're going russet potatoes this time around. For these, I make these all the time. Welcome to the food segment, I guess. I'm gonna go with a potato about this size. We're gonna clean it up, chop it up. So my goal with most lunches is I want to be able to just shovel it into my mouth with a spoon. That's kind of it. Like chopped salad, this like kind of like hash egg scramble situation, a rice and beans like burrito bowl, anything where I can just mix it all up into a goop and eat it that way, get every single flavor in every single bite. That is what I'm looking for. I apologize also for not being in a rush to get dressed. I don't like putting my clothes on when my body's still like damp. I don't like how it feels. Here are our diced potatoes. Potatoes! If you wait a second, you'll see the complete dish, and I will have clothes on. There she is, the finished product. You got the veggies underneath, potatoes. I'm going for 3 eggs today. You may be saying to yourself, that is a lot of food, and yes, it is. But also this morning, I have only eaten a banana, a cup of coffee, and 1 piece of toast with peanut butter on it, and it is currently 1:45. So we're gonna fill up. Am I going to be very full by the end of this meal? Yes, absolutely, I will be, for sure. But I'm expecting this to last me until we get out on the road for a lobster roll dinner. Now for the fun part, we get to moosh it all together. Look at that. How unaesthetic is she? I am so excited. Sorry if you're a friend who doesn't like to mix their foods. This is not for you. Dave is home and he is currently looking at places for us to go eat a lobster roll. Before we go, have to water the garden. Oh, I hear thunder. I still think it's worth watering them. They look so sad out there. And it sounds like the thunder is way over there. And if it's over there, it's not gonna hit us because all of our storms come from the front part of our house. So if it's happening over there, I don't think that's gonna touch us. So we're missing out on that rain. Also, of course, we've got cloud cover again. But man, what a dry summer it's been. Honestly, so dry. I'm glad that some parts are gonna get rain. We've got like little tiny drip drops this morning, but I don't envision us here getting more rain today, unfortunately, even though someone over there is gonna get some rain. Let me give you a quick tour before I water stuff. These are our pumpkins, and we've got a guy over here. He's even got his little striations, his little lines. So many flowers. No, I am not keeping up with this well. I understand if you trim certain bits, you'll get a better yield, but it's chaos, okay? I don't fully know what I'm doing. I didn't bother to learn, and we're too late in the game now, okay? But we've got a bunch of little guys as well. We've got some over here. I have a feeling I'm gonna have to get something out here for, maybe not that one, but maybe this one to be on, and this one to be on, because like I don't think it's gonna reach and we don't want it to break off. This is mini pumpkins, so like another gourd type situation, but nothing has been coming out of this one yet. And this is a weed. Okay, you can go. The sunflowers are close to opening. Zucchini, look at this guy. We've got more zucchini over there. I don't think this one's doing too well. No, that one's not doing well. Let's just pluck it off. But we do have another zucchini over here. It's doing okay. These little ones, I think this yellow bit means it's not too hot. Well, actually, they are way too hot. That's why they keep dying, but then we got another one there. So, zucchini, looking good. Cucumber plants, much less so. And then these were the pepper plants that I grew from grocery store peppers, and they have just kind of halted. I don't see a lot coming from them. But this plant, let's do a little weeding around it. I know, I'm about to water you. You'll love it. We got a little jalapeno. Look at that. Look at that tiny guy. I don't think any of the other ones have jalapenos yet. And finally, we've got our tomato plants, which are getting tomatoes. Pay no attention to how curled up their leaves have been. They are managing to make stuff. I have been a little bit better about picking off different branches of this in the attempts to get more of a yield. Oh, I think something found this. We've had to stop off because Dave had to stop and do something for work. So here we are. We're sat here. I popped into a little store and just kind of perused their card section because in my bid to be less online, I am fully off of all social media platforms except for YouTube. So I don't interact with my friends through like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, like anything. I'm not on them anymore. So to make sure that my friends still know that I'm wishing them a happy birthday, not just through text and stuff, I have decided this year that I would send actual physical cards. So my actual physical cards stash was getting low. I went in, I spent a good chunk of money on some like decent cards, but also just to keep in my stash. So I'm just looking for like cute little cards that I can send for my friends for their birthdays, and like nice little piece of real life mail. You remember how excited you used to be as a kid before all of your mail was just bills? So I've been sending birthday cards to my friends' kids, to my friends. It's nice to get a little birthday card, you know? I'm kind of obsessed with these Hallmark Good Mail ones because they don't have like a lot of writing on the inside, like not like very long detailed rhymey ones. This one just has all of these cute little foods, and then on the inside it says happy birthday to a straight up snack. This will be to a friend that I'm a bit more close to, or maybe my husband, who knows, I haven't decided yet. But then I found this one, and one of my friend's birthdays is next week, and I am determined to give her a raccoon themed birthday card. This is the third raccoon themed birthday card that I've bought with her in mind, and I think this is the one going out this year, and I'll save the other two for the next couple of years. It just says, partners in crime, thanks for being my favorite accomplice, and then it's got the little raccoons in it. This is admittedly not in the birthday card section, but it's just too cute. You know what I can write on this side with my own hand? Happy birthday. I can put that in myself. This super cute. She will adore this. When I picked that up, I had already had this full stack, and I was like almost ready to be done with perusing the cards. Obviously, you can't look at every single card. I picked this one up and I went, okay, this can mark the end of the card search. That is the perfect birthday card, and I'm so glad because I had bought one last night, again with her in mind, and I just haven't filled it out yet. So this works. So I will be filling that out and sending out next week's birthday cards tomorrow. So hopefully they'll get there in time, but there is no promise of that. I meant to send them out today, but I'm glad I've waited to find that card. Made a little amendment to our afternoon plans. So we're gonna go down to Thompson's Point, and we're gonna go to their Summer Sunsets series that they're doing twice a week, where there's food trucks and music and I don't know, merriment from 4 until sunset. So we're gonna go, we're gonna have a poke around the food trucks, listen to some live music, and just hang out and chill. It's gonna be fun. And then if we decide that we still want a lobster roll, we'll pop into town, into Portland, and find one. If we don't find one, where we're going. Did a quick stop off in Freeport, had a little poke around Ella Bean, saw the bean boot, and got given free tote bags. Look at that. We're on a true Maine adventure. It's a little meta, but it's okay. Dave and I are about to go out to lunch, so I figured I would stop and take a look at our sunflowers that I haven't really glanced or watered much this summer at all. But last year we had deer come through and eat all of the tops off of our sunflowers while Owen was at school. So we planted them, I think, like the tiniest bit earlier this year than last year. So now we've got some opening up. So let's take a look. Yay! Look at this little guy. And then these ones will be opening soon. Look at the size of this one. We have stopped off at Home Depot, and I was in there wandering around. I lost Dave, so I've come back up to the car, but I was like this close to picking up a Monstera. And you know from the last video that I'm struggling a little bit with the houseplants at the moment. So I'm going to hold off on getting a Monstera. It is on the list. I do really want one, but just not today. Maybe I will put it on my Christmas list. Plus, I just want to make sure that I get all of my current plants happy, healthy, pest-free, and just give them the attention that they need and deserve before we add another needy plant to the family. And I have not forgotten about talking about my running stats from the run yesterday. I will be doing that when we get home. That will be the next thing we do, okay? So hold tight, I did not forget. I've just been vibing in this time of just hanging out with Dave and being able to spend time with my husband without us having the parenting responsibilities at the same time. Let us go over this run. So obviously I went out, it was way too hot, I was underprepared, like all of that. You guys were here for that. It is split up into like 3 workouts on my phone. There's a running that is 3.17 miles long, a walking outdoors, which is 0.86 miles, and then treadmill, which is 0.54. Let's just look at the run part. We're not gonna look into the stats for the walking bit, like the walking outside or on the treadmill with that weird abrupt stop. So we've got a 5K to think about. The total workout was 37 minutes long, which makes sense because I did have to stop in the middle to walk. But my average pace was still 11 minutes, 48 seconds a mile, which honestly, it's pretty good. Just 130 feet elevation gain. And according to my phone, when I had started, it was 80 degrees and cloudy. But we all know that the sun came out later on. 10 minutes and 47 seconds for the first mile, which honestly it feels pretty good. Like, feels like a pretty good accomplishment for how hot it was. The second mile was 11 minutes 42 seconds, which I think kind of sits more around my average. Like maybe that's like the higher end of my average running pace, but still pretty good. And then the third mile was 13 minutes 1 second, which is a big walking chunk in there. And then the pace for the last bit, the 0.18 of a mile, was clocked at 11 minutes 22 seconds a mile pace wise. And it's just a reminder that I just need to be more prepared and maybe just not like brush stuff off as much. I did a couple days ago, before we had started this video, I did buy some energy gels, which is going to be great for my next long run. My next planned long run is meant to be 11 miles. Obviously we'll see how that goes. It was a week between this past run and the run before that, so we're not doing very well with the consistency piece. But that's how life is. I'm not going to apologize for that. It is what it is. I am trying. I'm also giving myself grace. This is not going to be like instant gratification video. So if you needed that, that's not this. This is regular life paced. I'm not going to edit this all together to be like, look at this transformation in 10 minutes for you, but 3 months for me. Like, that's not what this is. This is regular life pace, and at the end we can look back and reflect. I hope that you're enjoying it. I hope that you're liking this more slower paced style vlog series to get to an end goal instead of having the whole goal be accomplished in one video. It's just not sustainable for me. The end goal of the final video is not realistic to me. And also I think it kind of adds to our like current overarching view of how fast things are meant to change or meant to transform. Like, I know that personally for me, like, I do love watching like a transformation video, like seeing the times go faster, seeing a room be made over, seeing a plant grow from start to finish and have that all be in one video. I understand that that is very like satisfying, but I think that it warps our sense of time and how quickly something should be done to get that gratification of all of the hard work. So I'm not really going to add to it. This is the long, messy version of trying to get where you're trying to go. But with that, I hope that you enjoyed yourself. Thank you so much for hanging out, and I will see you in the next one.